Radio as we bring you live coverage of the launch of the National Math Power Contest. And we are at the conference room of the Windsor Park Stadium to bring you live this event, which will begin in a very short while. And it's an event organized by the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, the Vocational Training and National Excellence departments as well. And it's in collaboration with the National Bank of Dominica and other corporate sponsors. So we are bringing this event live to you, and as I speak, relatively full house here at the conference room of the Windsor Park Stadium. Several pupils in attendance, the corporate sponsors as well, officials of the Ministry of Education, as we get set to start this event here at the conference room of the Windsor Park Stadium. It's an event, as I said, spearheaded by the Ministry of Education and the main sponsor, the National Bank of Dominica, and quite a few corporate sponsors are on as well for the official launch of the competition, which will come on later. I think the first one is from March 5th, and we are getting ready now to go to the podium. In fact, we can join the education official at the podium at this time.
Here.
So very soon we'll start.
We're dealing with mathematics. We were scheduled to start at 9, and it is now 9:10, so that means we did not get our math correct this morning. And this is a no-no. We must always get our math correct. And we're also dealing with a competition, so everything must be correct if you're going to win. So we're already 10 points behind. And the schools that are represented here, I don't know if Mr. Vital, since you all were early, will give you a bonus 1 point at least, 10% of the points for being here early. Okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the Ministry of Education NBD Math Power Competition. I would like for us to begin with a word of prayer, the national anthem, and this will be led by the students of a student from the St. Luke's Primary.
Isle of beauty, isle of splendor, isle to all so sweet and fair. All must surely gaze in wonder at thy gifts.
You'll be okay.
These gifts we do extol, healthy land, soul, life, all fountains, giving cheer that warms the soul. God has blessed thee with a kind benign and bright, pastures green, flowers of beauty, filling all with pure delight, and the people Come ye forward, sons and daughters of this gem beyond compare. Strive for honor, sons and daughters, do the right, be firmly fair. Toil with hands and voices, we must prosper, sound the call, in which everyone rejoices, all for each and each for all.
Give a bigger round of applause now. Oh boy. We having some. Right. Yes, we'll remain standing for an opening prayer by the students of the St. Mary's Academy.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Father, I would just like to ask for your protection and your guidance. Thank you for blessing us with math, which powers this competition. Thank you for bringing everyone here today safely, and I hope everything goes smoothly. In your name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Benji Jr., a Calypsonian, a Bouillon King, or a Bouillon Prince. You may have your seat. Before we continue, I would like to apologize for the absence of the Honorable Minister, who is unable to join us today because of some pressing issues that she has to take care of in Castle Bruce, and also for the absence of both the CABSEC and the Chief Education Officer, who has to deal with something at Thibault. And for those of you who know, we are currently in the process of building or rehabilitating 7 schools around the island, and Thibault is one of them. You'll be hearing more about that in the next few weeks. So the chief and the permanent secretary had to deal with some issues down there. So they're absent today. They could not join us. Okay, so good morning again, everybody, and I'd like to introduce the NBD representative, Mrs. Susan Joseph Piper, who is the Corporate Communications Officer, Marketing and Business Intelligence. We have a representative from Fine Foods, Inc., representatives from the National Cooperative Credit Union, DBS Radio, who is our live broadcast partner. NCCU and FFI are also part sponsors of this competition. Mr. Clement Vital, our Learning Support Advisor for Mathematics, and I should give him another title, the father of this math power competition. And I say the father of this math power competition because he treats it like a baby. You know, when a baby is, when you have your baby, the father or the mother say, you change the diaper already? You feed the baby? You wipe him off? You do this. This is Mr. Vital. Mr. Gis, you sent out the invitation. Mr. Gis, we send out this. Mr. Gis, did you check Dr. Blatt? He makes sure that all T's are are crossed and all I's are dotted. The father of the math power competition, which has been running for 8 years. Miss Marita Hyacinth, our senior program officer, and all this nice decor you see there is thanks to Miss Hyacinth and Mr. Raymond Henderson, our general editor. Together, the both of them work. They are communications team. Senior education officer, Miss Robinson, I think I saw her there. Yes. Other education officials. Our teachers from the various schools, the Dominica Grammar School, the St. Mary's Academy, the St. Luke's Primary, our beautiful young lady who sang the national anthem, and the Petit Savant Primary School, who will be gracing us with a performance later. Following the program, we're supposed to have some remarks by the Chief Education Officer, but as I indicated, he is unable to join us today, so I will attempt to give some remarks. This math power competition has been running for 8 years, and it is a biannual competition every 2 years. I am always so happy when I see those students, happy and proud when I see those students answer those questions off the head. And I have always considered myself a math person. I think that I have always been doing well in mathematics. But when I look at them and listen to the speed and accuracy that the students answer the questions, that I actually have to pull out a calculator to try and work out quickly. And the students get that just like that. I am really amazed. It is always heartening for me to see them just enjoy themselves in that competition. And I know that it is not something that they just wake up and do. They practice, they work hard. The teachers help them work hard. The parents help them work hard, and they themselves even work harder. I know that when we announce the competition, I can almost guarantee if you ask any of them, they will tell you that they go to Google and look for hard math questions to practice. I know they do that because I sometimes do that, and when I know the competition is coming, I say, let me see if Mr. Vital will use that question there. So when the students answer, I could know the answer so I could look smart like them. But when we look at it really, there is absolutely no one who is spared from applying mathematics in their everyday lives, be it simple arithmetic or be it algebra. Even the Calypsonians, I see 2 of them here, even the Calypsonians have to use mathematics. Should I use 4 verses or 5? If my song is going to be 7 minutes, how long should each verse be? Should I use 10 lines in 1 verse or 5 lines? So even they use mathematics. It is more than just numbers and formulas. It is about logic and reasoning, and mathematics helps us to make useful analysis and inferences of patterns and phenomena. It is not only essential to those who wish to pursue careers in engineering or mathematics or physical sciences, but it is also important in various areas of social sciences, economics, finance. If you ask the finance people from our sponsors, they will tell you that before they decided to sponsor, they had to look at the budget and say, okay, no, we cannot give you the $50,000 that you wanted, but we will give you $20,000. And then Mr. Vital has to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, we need $50,000, let's go back to those. So no matter what you do, you're going to need mathematics. Development of mathematical skills. Development of mathematical skills is vital to our personal development as it offers us the opportunity to excel and achieve in many aspects of life. It is not just about numbers, as I said, formulas or equations. It is a universal language that transcends borders and cultures. If I were to ask you for a pear right now, you would give me an avocado. If you go to a supermarket in America and ask for a pear, you would get a completely different fruit. If I ask you to show me the number 2 or the number 7 or anything in mathematics, you go to China, Japan, America, Asia, no matter where you go to, it is the same. So no matter where you go, math is math is math. All right? So math is one of the, math is the universal language, even more than English. It is a language that allows scientists to understand the mysteries of the universe. It allows engineers to design incredible structures and economists to make sense of complex financial systems. It is everywhere around us, whether we notice it or not. From the time we wake up in the morning and check the clock to the moment we go back to sleep, we encounter math in various forms. When we cook, we shop, we plan a budget, we play a game, we use in mathematics. As we go through this competition, or as we go through the different competitions leading up to the finals, which will take place in April, I want us to recognize the beauty and the power of mathematics. It is not just a subject in our textbooks, it is a tool that will empower students to solve real-world problems. It is a subject that will challenge their minds, encourage logical thinking, and teach them problem-solving skills. As students, teachers, and parents, let us embrace mathematics and its significance in our lives. Let's support and encourage the study of mathematics in our schools and our homes. Let's inspire the next generation of mathematicians, scientists, and innovators. Teachers, especially our primary school teachers, I need you to help the students understand the math. Don't just teach it or talk it, but take them out. When you're doing algebra, for example, no, not algebra, let's say you're doing geometry, for example, we're looking at circles, we're looking at squares, we're looking at rectangles. Take the students out in the yard. Show them where we're going to use a triangle. Point to the roof. You see the roof? That's a triangle right there. Look at the door. That's a rectangle right there. Where would we use circles? Would a circular window or a square window or rectangular window be better? I remember when I was in school, a simple thing like pi. I learned pi in school. Pi was 3.1714, long digits, and 22/7. I never understood what pi was until I started teaching, and a student asked me, but sir, pi is something to eat. I said, no, pi is not something to eat. Pi is a number. It's not P-I-E, it is P-I. And then I had to go back to research to find out that pi, the 3.14, is actually the number of times the radius can fit around the circumference. Okay, so that's what pi is. Also, we did Pythagoras theorem. I thought I would never, ever need that in life, Pythagoras theorem. What do I need? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I only found the usefulness of Pythagoras theorem when I was drawing a volleyball court at SMA. And if we use Pythagoras theorem, we draw a court. A court was drawn, a volleyball court was drawn at grammar school. It was supposed to be a nice rectangle with four right angles. When we went upstairs, grammar school, and we looked at it, we saw a rhombus. So it was a nice little rectangle, but a drunk rectangle. So we started using Pythagoras theorem to draw courts around the island, and you do it once and that's it. All right? So let them see where the mathematics that you teach can be applied. Okay? At this time, I would like to acknowledge the efforts and contribution of the Math Power Contest Committee. Yes, there's a committee that put the competition together. And all those involved in the successful execution, I'm saying that in advance because I know it will be successful, of this competition. I especially want to thank Mr. Vital for all the work he has done and continues to do to ensure that this competition goes through. And while this is not a vote of thanks, I sincerely wish to acknowledge the contribution of the National Bank of Dominica for coming through for us again. And like I said, this is the 8th version of the competition, and NBD has always been on board with us. In fact, in the past, it has been fully sponsored by NBD. But we know of the challenges that all of our institutions face. So this year, they have sponsored, they are the major sponsor, the gold sponsor, and we have other sponsors aboard, like NCCU and Fine Foods, among others. I am not sure if this competition would have been successful this year without your monies. So thank you for that. And in closing, I wish to congratulate in advance all the students who will be taking part in this competition, the students and the teachers and the parents and coaches who will be helping them. Okay, so thank you. I really do not envy the students who will be taking part in this competition. So thank you, and like I said, this is not a vote of thanks, but I still want to thank you all. So moving on, I would like to call on Mr. Vitar, the Learning Support Advisor for Mathematics, the father of the Math Power competition, to give us an overview of this Math Power competition.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to acknowledge, first of all, our Assistant Chief Education Officer, Mr. Geese, with us. I also want to recognize the gold sponsor of the Math Power Contest, represented by Mrs. Susan Piper, Joseph Piper. She is the Corporate Communication, Marketing, and Business Intelligence Officer at the National Bank of Dominica. Also want to recognize our education officers from the Ministry of Education who are here today with us. Thanks for your presence here among us. And we have 6 corporate sponsors, new sponsors that came on board this year. And I want you to give them a big round of applause, please. Students of the various schools, we have SMA, Grammar School, St. Luke's, Pilit Savan, Convent High School students who are here with us. We have also the principals and teachers of the various schools here with us today. Also, we have the media with us this morning. We have, I don't know the names, but I know we have 4 cameras here. So it means that we may have maybe 5 media persons here this morning. DBS Radio is one of our sponsors with us this morning. MO News, and also GIS supposed to be here. I don't know if they're here this morning. So I want to say welcome to everyone this morning to this special event. Welcome, everyone. Today signals the countdown to the greatest showdown in mathematics competition in Dominica. And I cannot wait for what will happen or unfold from March 5th to April 11th. This year promises to be an exciting one of keen competition. Compared to the other years, this year, everyone or student reaching the finals will receive prizes and awards and trophies. So this year, you're well off this year. Compared to the other years, we were focusing only on the working towards the development of education, especially in the area of numeracy, and also the contribution they have made over 8 years. They were with us from the inception of Maths Power Competition. Give a big hand, please, for me, please. We want to thank them for recommitting themselves to the development of our students of the primary and secondary schools in mathematics. This year, we have 6 other sponsors coming on board with us. We have the Central Cooperative Credit Union, the National Cooperative Credit Union, Fine Foods, DBS Radio, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, HHV Richard, Springfield Trading, and Astor Funds. We would like to thank you all for your support and hope that you will be on board with us next time. Today we are launching the 8th mathematics contest, Math Power Contest, under the theme, Mental Math Matters. It will be held for 8 days. There will be 16 clusters or cluster competitions held among 53 or 58 primary schools and 14 secondary schools around Dominica. The aim or objective of the Ministry of Education are 1, to raise the standard of mathematics education in the primary and secondary schools in Dominica, to awaken the interest and appreciation for mathematics among our students, to develop and stimulate the teaching and learning of mental math strategies, to sharpen and develop students' quick thinking and analytical skills, to provide students with more opportunities to practice mathematics. Because I'm sure right now many of you are practicing your maths. To help students perform better on their mathematics tests and exams. And finally, to promote insights into higher levels of the mathematical world. There are a lot of opportunities that you get through mathematics. So over the past years, we at the Ministry of Education have seen gradual increases in the overall performance of mathematics, both at the primary and secondary levels. But we are not at the point where we are satisfied. This means we have a lot of grounds to cover still. So all of us, including the Ministry of Education, our teachers, our students, and our parents must work together to ensure that our students obtain the national standards established by the Ministry of Education. We begin on the 5th of March with 72 schools. 72 schools. So that's a lot of work in the elimination. And 30 schools will go to the semifinals, and 10 schools will go to the finals. So 72, 30, 10. So it's tight competition. A team is comprised of 3 students. 2 will compete and 1 will be on standby. The competition is made up of 2 rounds. We have the mental math round, where students test for their speed and accuracy in giving you the answer. We're going to put you to the test to answer the question in 30 seconds. The problem-solving segment is a segment where students are given some difficult problems, some challenging problems. And you can use your paper, pen this time, whereas in the mental, you have to use your head. No paper, no pen, so your head. So in the second round, which is the problem-solving round, you are given the opportunity to use a pen, paper to work out your answers. For the mental round, each student the question is read to you once. And it has been displayed to you. So you read it once and you display it, and you have 30 seconds to give your answers. And you're only allowed to do it once. We have only one attempt to do that. There's no second chance. So for each correct answer, you will receive 5 points for the mental math segment and 10 points for the problem solving. You are allowed to confer and work together and present your answer on time. For the problem solving, you have 1 minute to present your answer. You have to work it out, write it, and present it in 1 minute. You have buzzers, or you have your hand raised, and the judge will recognize your hand and your answers and ask you to give the answers. For the problem solving, 10 points for each correct answer. Students, I know you are excited, and I would like to encourage all schools and teachers to participate in this math power competition. There should not be any reason why you should not take part, because math is taught every day. Is that true? Math is taught every day, so there's no reason for a school not taking part in the math power competition. So we look forward to a great time with you for the period March 5th to April the 11th, where we'll see you present yourself as mathematicians. We want to see our students all around Dominica good in mathematics. We are having a problem in mathematics worldwide, but we are not the worst off. We are seeing an increase. We want you to grow and continue growing in doing your maths and becoming great men and women in some area in mathematics. There are a lot of areas that you can think about. And as a matter of fact, maths is used in every situation. So once again, I want to thank especially our gold sponsors, National Bank of Dominica, and our corporate sponsors for willingly accepting the challenge to help us. It's a challenge because many of them say, well, I can only do this. And I was taking more, but you can only do this. So we thank you for coming on board with us this year, and we hope that you will be with us next year and the other times to come. So I want to say thank you, everyone, and God bless you as we continue this.
Thank you, Mr. Vital. And again, thank you to our many sponsors. Without you, it's not possible. And like Mr. Vital said, math seems to be a problem worldwide. However, I think Dominica can boast that while we are not where we want to be, but regionally at the CSEC exams every year, we are way up there. We are always way up there, sometimes better than all the other islands. So, and all this is due in part to our teachers who work at other school and this math power contest. Okay, so at this time, I would like to call on the Petit Savan Primary School to grace us with a performance. So.
Mental mathematics. In the realm of numbers where minds do play, mental mathematics comes into swing. No need for paper, no need for pen, just calculations in the mind's own den. Numbers dance and swirl with grace in the vast expanse of mental space. Addition, subtraction, multiplication too, all swiftly done, no need to rule. Decimals, fractions, percentages galore, mastered in my mind's mathematical store. Patterns emerge, logic prevails, and mental mathematics never fails. Algorithms run like clockwork, in the mind's library they lurk, solving problems with lightning speed. Mental mathematics takes the lead. Practice and patience are keys to excel in this realm where numbers dwell. Sharpen your mind, hone your skills. Mental mathematics a wondrous thrill. So embrace the numbers symphony in mental mathematics jubilee. Let your mind soar and calculate, numbers dancing in a harmonious state.
Thank you, Petit Savant Primary. Let's give them another round of applause. Okay, at this point, I would like us to put our hands together and welcome Mrs. Susan Joseph Piper, the Corporate Communications Officer for Marketing and Business Intelligence from the NBD, to give us some remarks. Mrs. Piper.
Thank you, Mr. Geist. Mr. Geist, Mr. Robert Geist, the Assistant Chief Education Officer, Mr. Clement Vital, the Learning Support Supervisor, other officers of the ministry, other corporate sponsors, principals, teachers, students, media houses, and my colleagues who are here. Good morning, everyone. It is with much anticipation that we're here today for the 8th National Math Power Contest after a break due to the COVID-19 pandemic. At NBD, we are thrilled to see the return of this competition. Firstly, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Education, Human Resources Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence for partnering with us once again on the primary and secondary schools National Math Power Contest. This program holds significant importance for us as we recognize the many advantages hosting the Math Power Contest can have on the lives of our students. The contest not only introduces participants and the student audiences to math challenges in an enjoyable way, but it also aims to further their interest in the subject and ultimately, as you've heard, improving the general performance of mathematics island-wide. But beyond the academic benefits, mathematics teaches invaluable life skills. It teaches us to think critically, to solve problems creatively, and to approach challenges with a logical and analytical mindset, essential skills in today's fast-paced global world, essential skills for our students who are our future. This contest serves as a platform for young mathematicians to showcase their talents, to challenge themselves, to learn from each other. It promotes teamwork, innovation, and personal growth. NBD wholeheartedly supports initiatives like these because they can teach our children invaluable skills. We have been a long-standing sponsor of this event. We've been involved, as you've heard, from the inception. And we are proud to support the Ministry of Education in promoting mathematics. We believe in investing in our youth and empowering them with the tools that they need to succeed. This is key in building a brighter future for them and our country. Just last month, in February, we invested $15,000 to host the 16th Primary Schools Football Championship in collaboration with the Ministry of Sports. Over the 16-year period, we've partnered with the ministry, and we've invested over $250,000 in the championship to nurture and empower young footballers. And we have seen very positive results, with participants going on to the national team as well as representing their colleges overseas. So this is testament of the importance of initiatives like these in the lives of our young people. Today, we are pleased to announce a contribution of $20,000 in support of this year's Math Power Contest. But we want to take an opportunity also to applaud and thank our partner sponsors for coming on board this year. Thank you very much for making this event possible. We thank the various schools who have accepted the invitation to participate in this contest, as well as the parents and all others who have provided support or who are providing support to the students. We look forward to the upcoming weeks. As Mr. Gee said, or Mr. Vital, it is usually a very exciting time for the students. I myself have attended the sessions, and the students, they are sharp and they generally perform well. So we anticipate the same high level of performances as we have seen in the past. We extend our gratitude to all the principals, teachers, organizers, parents, and again, our corporate sponsors for making this initiative possible. To all the participants, we urge you to seize the opportunity, to embrace the challenge, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. You are the future leaders and innovators of tomorrow, and we believe in you. As a matter of fact, you are showing great leadership by representing your schools in this contest. Okay. We at NBD, we will be following the contest closely, very closely. Thank you to all the students, all the participants. Best of luck to you, and let the Math Power Contest begin. Yes.
Thank you again, Mrs. Joseph Piper. Like Mrs. Piper said, the NBD has been sponsoring this competition for the past 8 competitions, and Mrs. Piper has been the person with us from the inception. So it's not just NBD, but it's NBD and Mrs. Piper with us from the beginning. All right, so at this point, I will call on Mr. Vital to accept the check on behalf of the Ministry of Education from Mrs. Piper. And like Mrs. Piper said, a check of $20,000. Thank you. Okay, at this point on our program, we're supposed to have a presentation from the Convent High School, but they don't seem to be here, so I think that will take us to the almost the closing of our ceremony. But before we do that, I would just like to give a vote of thanks, and Mr. Vital told me I have to do that also. Oh, a student. Okay. We'll have the vote of thanks. Oh, student of the Dominica Grammar School. Yeah.
Organizers of the National Math Power Contest, participants, and the audience, good day. Today, it gives me a great pleasure to deliver the thank you remarks. We have recognized the importance of math in our daily lives, and we also recognize the struggle we face daily in using it. Thus, the implementation of this competition helps bring to the fore the importance of math. For this season, I pause to say thank you to the Ministry of Education for organizing such an event. This will go a long way in helping us retain information as it relates to math. Additionally, we'd like to say thank you to the participating schools for making the effort to be here today. Without your involvement, this competition would not have been a reality. Special thanks to Mrs. Susan Joseph Piper for your remarks, and by extension, the National Bank of Dominica for once again being the gold sponsor for the contest. We surely appreciate you. We would also like to thank our other sponsors because without you, the Math Power Contest will not be possible. Namely, National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU, Central Cooperative Credit Union, CCCU, Fine Foods Inc., HHV Whitchurch & Co. Limited, Josephine Gabriel Company Limited, OECS Pearl, Astafans, and DBS Radio. We say thanks to the media for being here today to sensitize the public. To the teachers, parents of the participating schools, we say a big thank you. Your effort does not go unnoticed. Thanks again to everyone who helped make this competition a reality. We appreciate you. Lastly, we give God the thanks for allowing this to happen. Again, good day.
And I say thank you to Miss Olivachi from the Dominica Grammar School. And I'm listening to her, and I'm looking at NCCU Whitchurch representative, and we have somebody to make an ad for us there. No, I'm telling you, I'm listening to her, and I'm listening to an advertisement. Although she said thank you to everybody, I would also like to express thanks to especially NCCU, and we heard Ms. Piper say that the NBD has been sponsoring the football competition. A lot of times we hear people talk about, oh, they have money to sponsor carnival activities, they have money to sponsor SIWU, but they have no money to sponsor anything else. So the sponsors who are here, thanks for sponsoring education activities. And I'm saying to NCCU also, because NCCU is also part sponsor of R&D's Volleyball Academy, so they're also into sports like NBD. So thank you for sponsoring, letting the public, the general public know that we're more than just CWO, we're investing in our young ones. And whatever money that is spent, the $20,000 from NBD, whatever it is from the other corporate sponsors, thank you for investing in our young children also. And to DBS, MO News, I think you said MO News, and all the media houses will be covering that. Thank you. And I know at NCCU, I know at NBD, we have those big televisions on the wall. This competition, every leg of the competition will be aired live, will be streamed live by DBS Radio. So have it on your, we will send you the links so you can have it broadcast, so when the people come to your institutions, they will actually see the power of the students. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. And we look forward to seeing you at the various competitions. Thank you. Okay, I have been advised that we have some snacks, but it's for the children because we had an issue getting snacks for our caterers. We had some issue with the caterers, late notice and everything. So we have some snacks for the children.